Hello, everybody. Welcome to the comic preview stream. A little like, there we go.
Yeah,
That's a
there
little
we
bit better.
go.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
right, all right. Here we are. Comic book preview stream here at Fantasy Books and Games. I'm Aaron. This is Sam.
Hey, what's up?
We're gonna show off some new stuff that's coming out tomorrow.
Nice.
It's like I guess depending on what you're into, maybe it's a big week. But
Yeah.
I think like my regular pull was pretty small, which is fine because I think last week ended up being kind of big.
Last week was huge.
Yeah, last week was a big week. But there's some choice stuff to talk about that's coming out tomorrow.
Right on.
I thought maybe we were gonna have a week with no facsimiles. I got scared. I was worried because I love
Whatever
to talk
would we
about.
do?
Well, I don't even know how we would start this stream without a facsimile. Fortunately, we have a facsimile that's coming out tomorrow. Although, in my opinion, it's really more of like one of those half facsimiles.
Okay.
It's not. I don't know. It's like close. It's almost a
Yeah,
facsimile.
No old ads or anything.
No old ads in it.
Aw,
That's
man.
what's missing.
Oh.
But it is Marvel Team Up number 14. This, of course, is the I guess kind of famous issue where Invincible crossed over with Amazing Spider-Man
That's
in
cool.
Marvel Team Up. This was back in 2005, I think.
Wow.
I was reading both Marvel Team Up and Invincible at the time. I have this original issue. I didn't bring it in to compare and
Oh.
contrast. I kind of wish I would have.
That's cool.
But because I was really into what Kirkman was doing at the time, and this was so cool to see an indie hero crossing over into a Marvel book because this was, in the early 2000s. They weren't really doing a lot of crossovers at this point.
Right.
The excess of the 90s had done a lot of crossovers, and then everybody kind of got sick of it. So it had gotten time to kind of like chill, and it was just really neat to see like a creator-owned character team up with Spider-Man.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I reread this for the first time probably since it came out, and it's pretty good. It's just classic Kirkman. It's definitely really funny. He really brought the humor to Spider-Man, and it just worked really well.
That's good.
And also, it was exceptionally funny to me rereading this. Like I said, this came out in 2025, which is 21 years ago.
Oh my god.
Did I say 2025? 2005,
Yeah.
which is 21
I
years
knew
ago.
what you meant.
And this was at a time when Spider-Man was on the new Avengers,
Uh-huh.
and he's still married to Mary Jane, and Aunt May's there, like living at Avengers Tower with them, and it was such a snapshot into like like such old version of Spider-Man where he's married to Mary Jane. Like they're talking about like their date night, and I was like, oh, is this during the period when they're like broken up but not, And I was like, oh no, they're just married.
They're
This is
together.
this is before the One More Day storyline.
Wow.
So classic at this point. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess anything that's over 20 years old is by definition classic.
No.
But it's a good issue. This was a good series. I liked this Marvel Team Up series quite a bit. Kirkman had a lot of fun with it. And one thing they are doing is variant covers, and there are several variant covers, but I did pick out two that are by some choice image 90s artists. There is a Todd McFarlane
Ooh.
and an Eric Larson variant, which is pretty cool. Getting to see the Todd Meister draw Spider-Man and Invincible, and of also Eric Larson getting to draw. I think we've talked about this before. I know Todd McFarlane is like a lot of people's favorite Spider-Man, especially
Yeah.
that era. His favorite artist who ever draws Spider-Man. I kind of preferred Eric Larson, like
draw Spider-Man specifically.
to draw Spider-Man. Yeah,
Okay.
I think he's a little bit better of a draftsman.
Yeah.
Like his pages just looked a little bit better. Todd had an energy to his art, and
Yes.
I don't even need to defend Todd. Like he's Mr. McFarlane is extremely successful and has done pretty well for himself, and he's got his fans. But like I always just really liked Eric Larson's Spider-Man. Like I like the way he drew the characters. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna have a hard time picking which variant I want because I'm not gonna buy both. Just because I have to force myself to not just go down that road where I'm
Right.
buying a million variants. But anyway, so that's pretty cool. Very cool facsimile out tomorrow. Marvel Team Up number 14. If you have, I think they did the first reprint for this was Battle Beast blind bag. It was
Okay.
one of the books you could pull out of the Battle Beast blind bag,
Oh.
and that's one of the reasons everybody was super excited for the blind bags. Well, if you didn't get it out of the blind bag, now you can just walk into the store and buy it.
Not blind either.
That's right. Okay, let's see. Before we get into some of the newer stuff, we do have not facsimiles, but second printings.
Mm-hmm.
Worth mentioning, we have a second printing of Dork.
Ooh.
This book we talked about this book. It's kind of funny. Was it last month? I guess it had to be.
It was only
Um,
like 3 weeks
I
ago,
feel like it
right?
was.
Yeah.
No, it had to be like
Longer than
5. It
that?
had to be like 5 weeks. I feel
Okay.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
But we talked about this book, the first printing when it came out, and I think we both liked it
Yeah,
well
I had a
enough.
positive
Yeah,
reaction to
we
it.
both thought it was all right,
Yeah.
and like it just blew up the Wednesday. Like everybody was going nuts for it. Like we
Mm-hmm.
sold out instantly. So if you missed the first printing of Dork, we have second printings out now of number 1, and then number 2 should be coming out soon too, I
Yes.
believe. So we kind of talked about this when it came out, but we both enjoyed this. But it's
Yeah.
just worth mentioning that second printing is here. Speaking of second printings,
And
this
third.
is when I say this is maybe a huge week, depending on what you're into. DC has dropped a tremendous amount of newer printings of almost all of their Absolute books, their early Absolute books. So we are on the 11th printing of Absolute Batman number 9, or number 1. Sorry,
Yeah.
the 11th printing of number 1. So we've got that. There is, what is this? The 7th printing of number 2. And I'm not even going to go down the list to see which printings there are. You're going to rest assured that it's probably at least the 5th, maybe 6th printing.
Right.
But there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It just keeps going. 9, 10, and 11, 12, and 13. So we have new copies of the first 13 issues of Absolute Batman, all like later printings. Either the second, I think the 13 might be like a second printing because that one's relatively new. Third printing, I'm sorry.
Okay.
So, like between the 3rd and 11th printing of the Absolute Batman books, all available. So if you've missed an issue or if you're jumping on late, you want to get, because I know like I like issues. I like issue collecting. So I totally get it. And I get people that are really picky about having first printings, but
Yes.
I like to read them. And so it's just great being able to just jump in and like get caught up pretty easily. But it's not just Absolute Batman. We also have Wonder Woman, newer printings of Absolute Wonder Woman. We have number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10, and number 11. So yeah, there are the newer printings of the first 11 issues of Absolute Wonder Woman. So here's your chance to just get caught up with that. But it's not just Wonder Woman. We also have Absolute Superman.
Nice.
This is the 7th printing of Absolute Superman number 1. And I think this one's not quite as complete. We have 1, we have 3, we have 4, we have 5, 7, 8, 9, and that's okay. So we have like 7 of the early issues of Absolute Superman, and these are all like we just got them in. So we have a decent amount of all of these because like these I don't know if you've heard of the Absolute Universe, Sam.
Once or twice.
Yeah, they're it's pretty popular right now. They're doing very well. So like I said, now's your chance to get caught up on it. Because these books they're just flying off the shelf.
Flying. Yeah.
All right. We also have some trade paperbacks coming out tomorrow that are worth mentioning. I think first, this caught my eye, and I wanted to talk about it briefly. This is Dinosaurs Stickerology. You might not know this about me, Sam. I love dinosaurs.
I think you mentioned.
I've probably mentioned it before. I like to talk about dinosaurs. And I like stickers too.
Oh.
They're fun to put on things.
So they made that for you.
So they basically made this for me. The problem is I can't stand sticker books because.
So you love stickers, but not sticker books.
I wish if it was just a sticker sheet, it'd be fine. But it's a sticker book.
And you don't want to ruin the book.
I'm gonna the book. If I pull a sticker out of here, the book will not be in mint condition anymore,
Right.
and then the book will be incomplete. And I can't stand when they release sticker books like that. I have like 2 or 3 years ago, I bought a Marvel sticker book, and it has a lot of like classic Marvel art, and I
Sure.
haven't been able to bring myself to pull any of them out.
Do you
One of
think
these
the
days,
adhesive is still like
sure, it
effective?
has to
Or-
still be good.
yeah.
Yeah, that's I think that's how stickers. I don't know. It's just glue.
I don't know.
It's just glue, right? But anyway, so this is a fun. I'm just going to show it off. This is a fun sticker book. It's got like dinosaur facts. It's a cute art style. I think I should say that too. It's by Rachel Ignatovsky, and so it's like it's just like a playful, fun take
so
on
many
the dinosaurs.
stickers.
What's that? No, yeah.
Nothing.
So I like that. I do like that they have the like the silhouette with the name of the and then on the opposite page is the sticker. So that's how you can kind of
Ah.
match.
What's your favorite dinosaur?
Oh, I mean, my favorite dinosaur. It's not really. It's Stegosaurus.
A
Like,
Stegosaurus?
I really like the Stegosaurus. It's not really much of a uh, competition, is what I was trying to say. It's pretty much Stegosaurus, and I have to say, Stegosaurus is very represented in this sticker book. There's like a dozen Stegosaurus stickers. We can put it on the big screen there. Yeah, look at that. There's like 3, including the skeleton, just on that page there. There's another one there. Yeah, look at all these Stegosauruses. Oh, look, a little baby Stegosaurus.
Aww.
Yeah, and there's one hitting the T-Rex with his tail.
He goes whack.
Yeah, whack.
Ow.
So, yeah, it's just a fun little sticker book, and I'm probably gonna buy this, but then be too afraid to take the stickers out of it. So I don't know. We'll see. Also coming out tomorrow, some trade paperbacks worth mentioning. Lobo, Back to Back. This is the classic Lobo series by Keith Giffen, Alan Grant, and Simon Bisley. I don't. Have you ever read this, Sam?
No, I have not.
I highly recommend it.
Okay.
If you're excited about Lobo being in the new Supergirl
I
movie, as you
am.
can see on the little blurb on the cover here, see the main man in Supergirl. So this is definitely in print now because of the appearance in Supergirl. But this is kind of the series that made, like, Lobo first developed in the Legion series that Keith Giffen was writing.
Okay.
And then the character kind of evolved into the form that he finally got his own book with.
Right.
And Simon Bisley's art is just so cool. Like, it's so over the top, which again, it's difficult to remember was like supposed to be a joke at the time.
Right.
Like, the characters, like, it's cool covers, painted covers by Simon Bisley. And yeah, it was like, it's all a big joke. Like, it's really like a straight comedy series, and it's really funny, but it's so over the top, and that's what made the character so popular. And then he kind of like took off and became like, I think everybody still gets that it's a joke, but they started treating the character seriously, way more seriously than Keith Giffen ever like intended to. You know, like, there's like, he dies. It's almost, I hesitate to
Doesn't
say.
he regenerate though? Like,
Yeah, so like,
Okay.
there's like a, he like dies and goes to heaven, and then just like causes so much havoc that they just like send him back. Yeah, like, it's stuff like that. Like,
Okay.
it's really funny, but very cool art. Like, I mean, this classic, all this Simon Bisley's art is like all the classic imagery for Lobo. Is all, everything's based off of that. So yeah, I really like this series. This is a good one. So if you haven't read it, highly recommend it.
I'll check that out.
Also coming out tomorrow, speaking of the Absolute books, Absolute Superman Volume 2. If you're a trade paperback reader, here it is. This collects issues 7 through 14. So, like, I feel like Absolute Batman and Wonder Woman felt like they had more like story arcs that were kind of broken up, where I feel like Superman was like one long story arc for the first 14 issues.
Yeah, just
So,
to deal with the peacemakers and the
and Ra's al
Rays,
Ghul, and so, like, this kind of is the ending to that, and then things kind of start picking up in the issues after that, which we'll talk about in the new issue of Absolute Superman that comes out tomorrow.
Nice.
But yeah, Absolute Superman trade paperback. It is happening. So if you're waiting for the TPBs, here they are. All right, I've been talking a whole lot, Sam. What's something that you read? Something new?
I read new this week. I read Narco #1.
All right.
It's by the people who do Plastic and what was the title? I was a
fashion school serial killer.
Yep. Yeah.
So this is from that team, Doug Wagner and Daniel Hilliard. So what'd you think?
I thought it was all right. Kind of similar to what we thought of. I can't remember if it was like 2 weeks ago, where like every book just kind of felt like a teaser of like the premise,
Yeah,
and not quite a delivery of like
like
what the
a
book's about.
complete
Yeah,
satisfying unit.
this felt like kind of a zero issue where it's like narco. Okay, the main character has narcolepsy. He passes out anytime his BPM reaches 200. And you see that happen at various points in the story. It's alluded that something
Is happening.
happens
Yeah.
while he passes out, but it's not really clear what.
Okay.
And the book just kind of goes with that basic premise, like, oh, don't get your heart rate too high, or else you're gonna pass out. And then he passes out.
Is there like a final? You don't have to spoil it, obviously, but is there like a final page like cliffhanger to it?
Kind of. Well, he passes out.
He passes out. Oh, okay, okay. It's like it says on the title. Yeah, it's what it says on the tin. Okay.
So I will probably read the next issue, just anticipating like the hook.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, it was decent art.
It was good enough first issue.
Yeah.
Okay, well there we go. Also coming out, not a first issue. In fact, it's a last issue. DCKO number 5.
Whoa.
This is really one I'm just mentioning because I know I have not really. I'm not reading the DCKO series, but I know everybody's pretty hyped about it. And I did flip through this one, and it does have an ending. So I'll give it that. Like it does end. It doesn't end with a to be continued in like a follow up series. Like it does have like an ending. So I'll give it that. And of course, there are ramifications for the entire future continuity of DC, but
that'll last about a year.
That'll last about a year. We'll see. But you don't need me to tell you about DCKO. I think everybody that's into it is very invested into it.
Yeah,
they don't need my help selling it. Also coming out tomorrow, another book that I flipped through but did not read all the way is Moonstar from Marvel. This is about the character Danny Moonstar. It's just I was telling you about this earlier.
Yeah,
I was like kind of curious about this because I'm in the process of rereading the original New Mutants run, and I'm in the issues, the Bill Sienkiewicz Demon Bear storyline.
Yeah,
that's all about Danny Moonstar, and it's a really good series. So I'll probably flip through this a little bit later, but because I have no idea what's going on with the character in current continuity. I just I know that I haven't really followed too much of the X-Men continuity. Was she involved in the recent
Age of Revelation?
Yeah,
she was actually a really big part of it.
Okay.
In the miniseries X-Vengers, she's the one who takes on Cap's shield.
Okay.
And leads the Avengers in that.
All right.
I can't remember how that ended. I was gonna say it's been so long, but it's only
been a month.
I know.
It's not been that long. Was she in any of the teams of the previous X-Men launch? I saw a footnote in this that references the Magic series from last year, so I kind of assumed she was maybe a part of that series, which I did not read.
Did not read that either. Okay, so I can't tell you.
All right. Well, if you've been reading Magic and you like strong female X-Men characters, this is one of them.
Nice.
So, all right. I have just a couple of things to maybe show off. What's something else that you read?
Another thing, we both read it, I believe. The final issue of Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees.
Speaking of final issues. Spring. Okay, I read this one. You read this one. We've both really enjoyed this series. I think I think I'm on record as saying I like this one more than the first one.
You did.
How do you feel about me saying that?
I don't know if I'd go that far, but it was really good.
Okay. Did you like this as an ending?
I did like that as an ending.
Okay.
It was like we kind of discussed. It was brutal.
It was dark.
Yes.
It was a very dark ending, and I kind of I don't want to. Obviously, we're not going to spoil it.
Sure.
But the way if you had read up to issue 4, things they advance very fast, with the plot, and by the time you're starting issue 6, there's really only two ways that this series can end, and it
Exactly.
ends one of them. And I don't even necessarily want to say anymore, like, because I don't want to spoil it, but like I know it's been a cool series. It's about a serial killer, so there's always been that edge to it. And Samantha, the bear, they've never really presented, or I shouldn't say they, Patrick Horvath, the writer, artist, he's never really presented her as like a sympathetic character. Like even in
No.
the first volume, like she pretty unrepentant killer,
Yeah.
which is what just makes it so fascinating because she's the protagonist, and the contrast of that with his lush, beautiful art style. Even with all of that in mind, this issue was darker than I was expecting it to
Yes.
be. Like things happen, and I don't even really want to say anything else
Yeah.
about that. I don't know what
I can
did you have
respect
any
that.
other impressions?
Oh, I'm trying to think. Well, like, yeah, it got dark. It got really dark. Um, Darker than I like the previous issue. I thought was going to be the height of it,
Yeah, I
but
agree. I thought like, oh wow, like how are we gonna top this?
right,
And
they
boy
did.
howdy. I think another thing too that like just another thing to add, because I've talked about this before, why I like talking animal comics,
Hmm.
and it's because as a reader you can't help but imprint a little bit on the main characters because of the animal. And this book I think definitely does a good job of taking advantage of that because it preys on your emotions, because you're not just seeing people, you're seeing animals.
Right.
And so like your brain, it like tricks your brain into like feeling more sorry for them than, you know what I mean?
I
Because
know
like
exactly
because
what you mean.
animals are like the ultimate innocent in a way, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so yeah, there's a few pages in this where I was just like, oh my god, I feel so bad for these characters.
Yeah.
But it's really good, and it was a satisfying ending,
It
I would
was.
say. Yeah,
Yeah, I was wondering how he was going to tie it all together with like the turtle, who was
yeah, because
becoming active on the internet
there was
and
kind of
like
a lot of characters that had like arcs, and
mhm.
they do all pay off
Yes,
in some degree. So yeah, it's very good.
very
I'm
solid.
sure that the trade paperback of it when it comes out will do just as well as the first
Yeah.
volume, which is still, it's like one of our best sellers.
Oh, it is
Yeah,
still? Yeah.
yeah.
That's cool.
So very exciting. I'm glad that it was as good. I've said
You
I
still
might
standing it by it's better?
I might need to reread the first one. I
Yeah.
don't know. We'll see. There's like it's just really good.
It's
I
very
really
good.
liked it.
Yeah, high quality stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, talking about talking animals.
Ooh.
Also coming out tomorrow, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I don't know anything about this. Is this a video game?
So I've never played a Sonic where they race cars. I know all those characters, but
I feel like
nothing
there was a
talking.
Sonic racing game. There had to be. Like Mario,
Oh,
there's
I'm sure
Mario
there
Kart,
was.
so there had to be a
Yeah.
Sonic racing game. So this is a one shot. So I'm sure all you Sonic fans out there are gonna check it out. But yeah, it's a racing comic. You know, they all get invited to a race,
But he's
and
already
then they race.
faster than a car, so what?
I think that's what. You know what? I didn't read this, so I don't know if that's a plot element. But I agree. Like, what does Sonic need a car
What
for?
does Sonic need a car
Other than like that's the rule. It's a
Yeah.
race. You got to drive the car. So maybe Sonic has to develop some new skills. Maybe he's not the fastest when he's driving a car. I don't know.
Yeah.
But also, speaking of video games, another book that is pretty popular is Cult of the Lamb.
Ooh.
This is a new Cult of the Lamb series. This is the Last Sacrament Special #1. And this is another one where I've never played this game, but I've heard it is really, really good. And this comic it was very popular. The first volume when it came out, everybody
Yeah.
was pretty excited about it. And it looks cool. I like the art in this a lot. Like it's really playful. And yeah, it's like really good looking.
Yeah. I've never played the game myself either.
Mm. Yeah,
But
I haven't played the game or read the comic, so I don't have much to say about it other than we've got some coworkers that were reading it devoutly and really
Oh,
really like
okay.
it. And yeah, so it's yeah.
Nice.
If you weren't aware that there's a new one, it is out now, and you can't blame me for not telling you because here it is. All right. A couple of things from my regular poll. Briefly, want to mention the Twilight Zone. I've been really enjoying this series. Have you read?
I read one of them
Okay.
just kind of on a whim on the shelf. That I think it was the third one. It was the one with the knights that were protecting the like
The like the
cola
fast food
advertisement.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah,
was so good.
that was great. That was by
Yeah,
James Stokoe. I love James
yeah.
Stokoe. He's great. But yeah, that one was a lot sillier than, I mean, it was good, but I think that's what I like about this Twilight Zone comic series is that it really does like reflect the original Twilight Zone show, which they would have silly episodes, they would have scary episodes, they would have episodes that are just sci-fi high concept,
Right.
like maybe with a twist ending. And so there's been each issue is its own story, and I really like that. And they just let a creator just kind of cut loose and do their own Twilight Zone type story. I haven't read this one yet, which is why I'm not going to flip through it.
Okay.
But I'm just really enjoying this series, so I can't wait to read it.
Ooh, is that art by Francesco Francavilla?
Yeah. Francesco Franciavalla does this issue,
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
very good.
Okay, I love him.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Another book in my regular pool that I'm excited about, Sleep #8. This
Oh
is the
man.
final issue. Also, not going to really flip through this one because I haven't read it yet.
Okay.
But it's the final issue, so I'm sure some stuff happens in it. At least I'm pretty sure it's the final issue.
Yeah, I think it is too.
It looks like it's the final issue. I mean, oh, look at that, all red. Everything's been like blue up until this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, looks really good. I'm excited to read this one. Okay, well, I've only got like two more books to really talk about, so this might end up being kind of a short stream. Don't you have?
I got a couple
You got a couple?
more. I have. Let's see.
Oh yeah,
Nectar.
Did you read that one?
I did.
All right, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about Nectar.
All right, this is new from Ignition Press. This is who are the creators on this one?
Let's see.
Jeremy Robinson and Anna Paula Martello. So
it was a really good looking book.
I mean, it looks. This is a cool looking cover. I like this.
Yeah,
just nice use of the orange colors.
So I've already.
Did I say this was Ignition Press? I'm wrong. This is Vault Comics.
Yeah,
my bad. Yeah, Sleep is a great book. Yes, thank you. Anyway, I'm sorry. So the new book from Vault Comics, Nectar.
Yeah. I've already had a couple people call about this book today, so I can see this being like a very hyped first issue.
Yeah.
So
it looks good.
Yeah, this is very really impressive looking book. Kind of had a similar.
Is it like a horror story?
Yeah, I would say it's a horror. Yeah, the butterflies show up. There's a large population of them that are floating around this town, and then they can bite you.
Okay.
Little thing.
Okay. Yeah. See, the problem I'm gonna have is that I am a big fan of this very old cartoon called The Venture Brothers, and the main character is the villain, the Mighty Monarch, and the joke is the silliness of him being a villain named after a butterfly.
Right.
And if I'm supposed to treat the butterflies as a serious threat in this comic, that's just a big hurdle for me. It's a personal problem. I agree. It's a personal problem, but I'm just going to hear the Monarch's voice like whenever I see these butterflies.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but go on.
No, but they like so they bite this girl and then she starts uncontrollably dancing hours later.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a good like setup.
Let me get look at that. I mean, that's a nice page. All the butterflies,
Yeah, the art was really good. You might want to be careful.
I don't want to flip anymore. Yeah, we don't want to spoil anything too much.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah, it looks intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, go Team Venture. I agree, and it is. It is the best show ever. I'm just gonna say it. It really is. But anyway, I shouldn't let that ruin the potential enjoyment of a new comic book about butterflies.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. So there's I have two DC books to talk about.
Oh.
We'll briefly mention Absolute Superman. Only because I promised that I was going to talk about it. Volume 2 comes out today, but also issue number 17. Man, 17.
They're that far along.
That's what I was about to say.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're like it's like a year and a half, I guess, but it just feels it doesn't feel like it's been 17
No,
issues.
it doesn't.
But one of the things, I think I've said this about the last couple of issues, I'm probably enjoying these more recent Superman issues more than like Volume 2. Not that you shouldn't buy Volume 2. Obviously, you should.
Right.
But I think what I said before was it's just nice that it's starting to feel like a Superman book.
Yeah.
Because there's more Superman characters showing up. Like in this one, we see the Absolute Parasite, who is a Superman villain, and he's pretty creepy, he's pretty gnarly.
Very creepy looking.
Yeah. And I like that we're just seeing these kind of monstrous versions of Superman villains, which is, it's an interesting take because traditionally a lot of Superman's villains are pretty corny,
Right.
other than like the Lex Luthor. I think that's part of the reason why Darkseid became kind of one of the de facto Superman villains is because he's not that corny. He's pretty serious and hardcore. And like,
he demands a lot of respect when he's on page.
Right. But like some of other Superman's classic villains, like the Toy Man, like I love him. I love campy Silver Age, Bronze Age Superman. But so it's just interesting to see stuff kind of even Parasite, like the original version. He's just a purple guy,
right?
And
take your powers.
Yeah, exactly. So this one, it's like a monster. So yeah, it's good. It's pretty good, and I think that Jason Aaron, he's still writing it. He's doing a good job too of bringing that like what is it that makes Superman Superman, and it's because he can do anything because he's Superman, but like
but he always does the right.
He does the right thing, right? Exactly. And I was a little worried about that, like they were gonna make him like edgy Superman early on.
There were hints of that where they were going to go not necessarily a darker direction, but there was like, oh, this is a little bit more of a guns free kind of
Superman. So I'm glad that we're settling into like it's like classic Superman, just stuck in this horrible dark world, trying to make the best of it. So I'm enjoying it. Like I said, the last couple of issues I think I've enjoyed more than like the Volume 2 ish around that era. Like I guess it's not really a spoiler, but like Lex Luthor is finally in it, and I'm kind of like he's still like in the background, but it's interesting to see how that character is developing. Because when he first showed up, he's basically just like a normal good guy. Like he's not a supervillain. He's not evil. He's not even like a genius. Like he's just a small town guy. And it's like, where's this going? What's going to happen with this?
How are they going to corrupt him?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like he's like a family man. He just lives in Missouri. And just So anyway, I enjoyed it. All right, we got 2 more books to talk about. Let's talk about the last one you have there, just because I have a feeling we might not have much to say about it.
You'd be right. Iceman Omega.
Okay, I was looking into this one because this is this what did we say? This is a book that
it's definitely like a repackaging of like previously existing.
That's Marvel what it was. It was stuff that was on the Marvel Infinity app.
Yeah.
And so it was like a digital comic. Now it's put into this. I think it's just a one shot. I don't think there's.
They did. I mean, if it was like something that was in an Infinite Scroll or something like that, they did a really good job of repackaging it for like a page.
For a page. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how that works. Like, I don't know. I've not used. I don't like. This may not surprise you. I don't really like reading digital comics. So I've not looked at any of the apps that DC and Marvel have, so I have no idea what's going on over there.
I gotcha.
But yeah, like I like some of the art in this looked okay, like unique, and I'm pretty critical a lot of times of Marvel comics because I think they all kind of have like a sameness to them.
Right.
And this, like the art in this does stand out a little bit to me.
Yeah.
It's not. I won't pretend like I love it, but it does at least stand out as being unique.
Mm-hmm.
In its own way.
It's got like a little bit of an anime aesthetic.
I see that too. Yeah, like you can. What was that? There's that like right there. Like that's such a anime face. You can really see it there. But anyway, so did you read this?
Yeah, I read the whole
okay.
thing.
What'd you think?
It was all right. Yeah.
What all right. You know what? I gotta say, out of all of the original 5 X-Men, Iceman has always been the least interesting to me.
Really?
Even back in the original books, like I just never cared about Iceman. I get that he's like an Omega level mutant, you know, because his power, it's like actually pretty powerful to be able to control manipulate the temperature of, you know, the area around you.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I always thought he was kind of a boring character. Even Angel, who was also kind of boring, but at least he was rich, so they could use him as a plot device, you know. But like Bobby, he just had nothing going on.
Yeah, they definitely lean into the how do I put this? The current changes made to his character. They lean into that pretty heavily when you read that. And I don't mind it personally.
I mean, that's the continuity.
Yeah,
you know, that's who the character is.
It's who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no official opinion on that. Yeah. Meaning I don't care. You know,
fair,
like I just like I said, I've never cared about Iceman.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, that's that. Okay, so there's an Iceman book coming. You know, something I do care about though.
Yes.
Is
Batman?
The new issue of Batman. This is the last book we're going to talk about on the stream. I mentioned to you earlier, so I've been enjoying this Batman series quite a bit.
Yes.
This issue feels like it's like they're hyping it up a whole lot because, as you can see, the Joker is back and it all starts here. And so I'm like, this is only issue 7.
Right.
Like issue 6 has been like was good. Like the series felt like it was building to stuff, and so I was a little afraid that this issue was gonna it just felt like a weird time to bring in the Joker.
Yeah.
Like it feels like something you maybe save for a little bit later, and it's also a little. I was a little trepidatious because like I don't know how like the Joker fits in like the continuity with this. Like he was just in DCKO,
right?
You know, and he's also in his own books, I think, or something. I don't know. Like
he's in the like, Harley Quinn stuff, but those are like flashbacks to like older,
right? Yeah. But like I know Joker's just one of those characters that just kind of always around, you know. But I have to say, I liked this issue a lot.
Did you?
I did. That's yes, good. It's very good.
So they're working the Joker well.
They work it in well.
Do they work it into like the current goings on in Batman?
Yes. Or, okay. He's in basic. I mean, as you can tell from the cover, maybe, but you can definitely tell from the setup. He's basically in like a Hannibal Lecter position, where the Joker is captured. He's in like a high security. It's not Arkham. It's like a special place where a psychiatrist is like studying him and working with him one-on-one.
Yeah.
And so Batman, the word gets out that the Joker wants to meet the Batman, and so Batman goes to see him, and it's like a very contentious meeting because the psychiatrist is like, you shouldn't be here, and Batman's like, I don't want to be here, but like, you know, he's got there he is like in his tank. He's in like this deprivation tank, and he can only communicate through text. Like his brain just sends the signals like to appear on a screen. God, which works creepy. It is creepy, yeah, and it works pretty well for it being a comic book because you're reading the text, so that's why you get these like big blocks of just like his text, and it's really well made. It's really good looking, and as the cover boasts, it says featuring a stunning fold out sequence. And that's when you get to like the middle of the book, and I'm definitely not going to fold it out, but you get to I'm not even gonna you're just gonna have to get the book to see it.
Just like, gonna have to wait, people.
But it's I feel like it's an oversized issue. I didn't actually count the pages, but I think it is.
Yeah.
And like the whole
it looks a little thicker.
It does.
Yeah.
And it has like a fold out that's like a 4-page triptych, you know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And it's pretty good. And I have to there's a little bit of a big plot, a big revelation at the end. And like I said, the whole issue is basically just one scene between Batman and Joker.
Okay.
Like just their confrontation, and it's pretty good. Like I was all prepared to be like, oh, it's just gonna slow down the story, like, but it's solid. Yeah. And it fits in the setup. Like this is where Fraction is setting up the Joker in this continuity of like, because the Joker's always like just on the loose or captured or dead. It just kind of like depends on whatever
whatever happened
whatever
in
is
last
needed, yeah, or
continuity.
whatever is just needed for the story. Like
Yeah.
it's just like Joker escaped again. I have no idea what was happening in previous continuity, so I don't know if they did a big story where he got captured. I don't.
I'm trying to think, but I can't remember honestly,
Yeah,
like
and
where
it
the
doesn't.
Joker was.
And the point is, it doesn't matter.
Right.
You know, like this just the Joker,
He's
but
Hannibal Lecter now.
he's basically Hannibal Lecter now. Yeah, that's exactly it. And it's like, you know what, that I appreciate that because you know, you can only do so much with the Joker, and I
Yeah.
feel like that's a good use for him to keep him in the series for like a little while, where you can just have him in the background, involved in the stories, but you don't have to do a Joker arc where Batman's constantly fighting and he's escaping and stuff. And then this obviously will probably lead to something bigger down the
Right.
line.
When he
Yeah,
inevitably gets out,
yeah, or something
something.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, it was good. I'm
That's
really enjoying this Matt Fraction Batman series. Like I've said before, I'm a little disappointed that the Absolute books kind of overshadow it.
mhm.
Not that you know, I get why the Absolute books are really pop, Absolute Batman especially, but I really like this Batman, and you know,
I've been digging it as well. Like it's
yeah,
been really good so far. I was kind of worried to see the Joker because like he had no previous ties to like what was going on in the
yeah,
story.
it feels like he's just dropped in, and he is in the
Yeah.
story. Like he is just dropped in, and but it works like
Oh, okay.
for what it was. So yeah, that Fraction, he's keeping it going.
Nice.
I'm happy with it.
Very cool.
So all right, that's all we got for today. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you all next week. You know, like our friend Dan says, there's comics out there for everybody. It's not just Batman. Sometimes it's butterflies. Sometimes it is dinosaur stickers. You know, and whatever else.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We'll see y'all next time. Thanks.
See
Bye.
ya.